Good evening, everybody. How you guys doing today? You are live on the Jay and Immi Show. I am Immi alongside with Jay. Knicks game in progress, as you guys can see. How you doing today, Jay?
I'm doing well, man. I'll be doing even better if we pull this game out. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh yeah,
But we're missing some guys today. But I think we should pull it out. Let's go with we
yeah,
should pull it out.
for sure, for sure. I mean, I think our biggest thing right now is we need consistency. I think I don't know. I mean, right now it looks like it's crazy because we do have some injuries today, but at the same time, Mike Brown started this game a little differently, putting some
Yeah.
of the bench in early, and it was kind of interesting to see that. So I still think he's just testing the waters, seeing what's going on here. But what do you think?
Um, he is testing the waters. I mean, it's late in the season, and so we don't have that much time left to figure things out. But he is testing some things out. But again, what better team to test it against than the Pacers, who has the
Right,
lowest, the worst rating, the worst record in the whole league right now. So it's
right.
either the Pacers or the Wizards you want to test things out, aka Bam. So you want to figure it out, and a little jab there, huh? So you want to figure it out what you're gonna do against the bad teams, right?
Oh, we'll get to Bam in a second. We'll get into the Bam. This show is brought to you by Geico Direct. A 15 minutes phone call will save you 15% or more on car insurance. And we named this episode 8 Bam.
Bam,
That's what it's called. Bam.
bam, bam, or
Bam,
bam,
bam, Bigelow.
bam, bam, or
So,
bam. I don't know which one you want to use.
man, I'll tell you what, man. Bam, he's we're gonna talk about him today. We're gonna talk about him today. What do you think about the Knicks last game against Utah? What do you think about that?
I got one word for that game. You might
Yeah.
know what that word is. You might not.
JC.
But that one word for that game is Jordan Clarkson. Jordan Clarkson won us that game, if you remember that. I don't know how much you were paying attention to that. He's the reason why we won that game. Jordan Clarkson is the sole purpose of why we won that game. We were down 18. We're down 18 points. And we came back. Jordan Clarkson, a little hometown cooking for him. He came in and did his thing, and hey, here we are now. So, I'm happy about that. Jordan really helped us out with that one. And, we made things happen. We made things work the way it should work. Once Jordan Clarkson got cooking, the rest of the team got cooking. Brunson got cooking, Cat got cooking, Hart got cooking. It was easy cooking after that. So
Right.
it was a solid game, though. It was entertaining until the
Yeah.
very end when we blew them out. But I'm not
Yeah,
mad at
no,
it.
I agree, man. I agree. I think the Knicks. If you watch 3 quarters of that game, it looked like they were defeated. It looked like they weren't even going to come back and win this game, and it was like, what? They're losing to Utah. Not like now
Yeah,
they can't even
yeah,
beat Utah. And
embarrassed.
and then what happened was just some crazy stuff that they basically they came back and won. So
Yeah,
a lot to do with JC, like you said.
he's the man. Jesus Christ, I love him, man.
So right, JC. Yeah, so I mean, look, man, I think the Knicks, they still figuring things out. A lot of people look, JC right there. Look, a lot of people wondering like, uh, oh yeah, man, Jordan Clarkson, he did our thing, this and that. But here's the problem. The problem is that Mike Brown himself doesn't know what to do with this team. Okay, he doesn't
Right,
know who's today's hero is gonna be, and neither do you. And the crazy thing about it should always be the coach first, and he does
right.
not know. So if you think JC, Jordan Clarkson, is going to be tomorrow's hero or today's hero or next week's, you don't know that
No,
because he might
no,
be back rotting on the bench again.
dude.
So,
Do me a favor and send the link so people can call in. Throw that link in there real quick. Let's
absolutely, man. You guys got to get on the phone calls. We want to hear about listen, it's Friday. It's Friday. We understand how everyone's feeling on Friday, whatever it's work, school, you just business, whatever it is, man. You just want to relax, talk sports, just chill back. So this is what it's about, man. Just let it all out. I'll tell you this, that the Knicks, they still don't have an identity, and we will still keep bringing it up because no one else wants to talk about that. It's either Knicks are winning and they're good, or they're bad and they're losing. It's just the obvious things. We're not going to talk about the obvious things.
Right.
We got to talk about, in reality, what's really going on here. And the reality of it is that you don't know who's going to come through for the Knicks. You just don't know. And luckily, last game it was JC, Jordan Clarkson, and it was a miracle. Maybe because it was against his former team. Maybe he had the adrenaline stick, in him to do it. But do you think Jordan Clarkson can continue to perform like that? I mean, he didn't do it today, but you feel like he could have more of those type of games?
Yeah, man. Jordan Clarkson, he's always been a solid player. He's been a great six man with the ability to start. That's always been his ability. He is technically, you want to call him the veteran of the team. He's been around a lot longer than the others. So I think he'd be very useful in the playoffs because of his quote unquote veteran leadership. So I think not only does he need to perform, do we want him to perform? We need him to perform like that going forward into the playoffs and beyond. I feel like without Clarkson, we're not going to get too far, to be honest with you. We have some green people on the team right now. We got Alvarado, he's a little playoff green. We got Diawara, playoff green. Cole, who's not really going to get much time, he's playoff green. Sohan, playoff green. So we need Clarkson to kind of like help with that aspect for us personally.
97-90, $118 left in this game. As you guys can see behind me, we have the game for you guys as well, so you can tune in, see the game.
Is it over?
Yeah, man. Put up, Jay. Put up today's stats. Who's performing and who's not? Let's try to dissect this game.
Let's put that up in a second. But before we even do that, what you've seen the Knicks schedule coming up, right? Their schedule coming up in the next.
You know what? Yeah, bring that up again, man. Like I always have to look. I look at it and then I'm like, I don't want to look at it. Basically.
I mean, I could bring up the stats for you, but you know who we've been talking about the last couple games, right? Are we going to say his name today?
The Mirage Bridges.
Mirage Bridges. How do you think he did today?
Okay. I was really upset. Jay knows this. I talked to him after the game. And I was after the Utah game. And I was like, this guy played 28 minutes. Okay. And he had 5 points.
Trash.
Okay. And
big trash.
Mitchell Robinson, I believe, played like 10 minutes or 11 minutes or 12 or whatever it was. And he had 6 points. And he's not there for his offense. He's there for his rim protection. And the fact that this buffoon had freaking 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he did something similar. So I'm gonna say he played 26 minutes, 7 points.
29 minutes, 9 points. You're very close. 4 for 9 shooting. He's just not good, dude. Turnover. He pisses me off. 4 rebounds. 29 minutes, 9 points. What are you doing on this team, man?
Yeah, no, you can't be
a starter and
this, man. You can't be doing this. At some point, Mike Brown has to wake up. Mike Brown, wake up. Stop playing this guy.
Shit in the bed every time, man. I can't with this guy.
You can't keep playing this guy. That's valuable minutes that can be utilized for us to have bigger runs and build chemistry for the playoffs. This guy is not built for it, man. They need to stop. I'd rather have a rookie, Diawara, start than him. And let me tell you something. This is what the problem is also with Mike Brown. You got to address that. I don't know why he's always starting and he's always playing, because maybe, just maybe, if you punish him a little bit, maybe he actually might turn it around. We know he's capable of it. Huh?
You got to punish him.
Right. In what league don't they do that? Yeah, dude, in football, if you're a running back and you're not producing, the next guy's up. The next guy's in. It doesn't matter, to be honest, how much you're getting paid or what they did to get you. If you're not producing, you're not playing.
It doesn't matter, man.
it's just ridiculous at this point. And it's almost like the Knicks coaching staff or whatever it is basically said, dude, you can keep sucking, you could do whatever you want. We're still gonna play you. You're still gonna get your 30 minutes, and that's it. And of course, why he's comfortable. Why would he?
Let's compare him to the others. We got my guy OG 8 for 16. 25. That's freaking solid right there. We got Mitchell 6 for 10, 12, 12 and 17. Amazing. Shamit 9 points, 2 for 7. All right, well, it's Shamit. He should do better, but he deserves a night off. It's fine. Right. Bridges doesn't deserve that shit. Brunson 11 for 25, 26 and 11. We got some good numbers here. But then we got Bridges. He's trash. Let's move this. Bridges isn't. He's not doing that good for me personally. Let's move on, man. Let's talk about Bam.
You went from Bridges to Bam. All right.
I had enough of Bridges, man. I'm over Bridges.
So it's interesting because, as you guys know, the whole Bam situation happened a few days ago. But what was interesting, and as you guys already know what happened, Bam dropping 83 points. What was more interesting is Bam's reaction. And let's take a look at Bam's reaction.
Yeah, this was interesting. I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it personally. Everybody's different, but so was Bam. Let's see. All right, we don't have any audio on this for some reason. Producer might have messed this one up.
Yeah, this was brought to you by Radio Shack, and Radio Shack is out of business, so that's probably why they messed this up before they sent it.
I mean, the point is what Bam is talking about. Basically, he's saying that it's not his fault. Blame the coach. Blame someone else.
Right.
And he's pretty much putting the blame on everybody else. And I understand that, and I don't understand that at the same exact time, man. You see the way the game's going at the end of the fourth quarter, man. It's getting kind of nasty. It's getting kind of sloppy. Everybody's, the Wizards suck, first of all. I don't think the Wizards had anybody taller than 6'8" in there at that time. So
Right.
Bam, he's treating them like children, number one. Number two, he's not even like making all his shots. He's getting to the line damn near 43 fucking times, which is ridiculous. His players are missing free throws on purpose. It was a travesty, man. Embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, I want to ask you the question: is this? Do you feel like this was something that might have been like planned by Spoelstra? Like, do you feel like they went in this game like yo, we're gonna just feed Bam? You know what's interesting? I was talking to somebody else about this, and I believe it was definitely early '90s, but they wanted David Robinson to win the scoring title. So last game of the season, so they purposely just kept feeding him the ball. I don't even know if they even won that game, but all I know is he dropped 50 plus, and or maybe even 50 on the dot. And that was a game where it was just like they basically, whatever you want to call ethics of the game, they sacrificed it to make sure. Even that, I don't think it was this bad. By the way, it was definitely not bad like this, but that reminded me of that. But did you feel like that was one of the things that was happening here?
It felt like it. And again, we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but we have a caller waiting who has a lot to say about it. Honestly,
let's do it.
I think we're going to let him in. We got Jay Boyks waiting on the wings. He has a really good podcast, the Jay Boyks Show. It's on YouTube. It's great. Has an excellent following. He talks a lot of sports. Me and Immi took a look at it. It's really good. He puts out a lot of good points.
Good stuff.
And we're going to bring him to the stage and hear what he has to say about this whole Bam debacle.
Jay What's Boyks. Up, fellas? Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Yeah, fine. We can hear you. How's it going, Jay?
All right.
That's audio.
How you doing? Guys?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Of course,
man. Of course.
Pleasure's all ours.
We everybody. I've spoken to a lot of people about this Bam Adebayo thing, and I've gotten different takes about it from a bunch of different people. I heard some of your take, and I got a piece of it. I wanted you to kind of like blast it out. Let people know how you felt about it. How do you really feel about the whole Bam 83 situation? You think it was by the way, Knicks won for everybody out there. Do you think it was You
I
know,
hope so against the
warranted.
Pacers.
They kept it too close. It's highly irritating when they do that. You think it was warranted? Do you think that, you know, Bam deserved to get the 83? You know, did he force it? Said Spoelstra should have sat him. What do you think? Let me hear what you think.
So let me start with a couple of disclosures. Okay, so first of all, I'm a huge Kobe Bryant fan. That's my guy. All right, for me, that's the best player I've ever seen for me. So I want everybody to understand that, so I can throw out any objectives or biases that, you know, people may say, oh, well, he's talking in this form. I'm going to try to still be as objective as I possibly can. Having said that, I think that, and I give Bam credit. You have to give the man credit for going out there and putting on a show. You cannot take that away from him. But for me, it just turned into an absolute egregious crapshoot, a crap show. And part of that, you have to look at everything that happened. First of all, the Wizards are taken out of their behinds, man. And the fact that they're allowed to even do that is disgusting. Mm-hmm. Anthony Davis is sitting on that bench, nice and healthy. I think he broke a fingernail, right? He should have been back. Right. You know what I mean? But Adam Silver, all right, we'll throw Adam Silver in there, is allowing this type of behavior. So what happens is Adam Silver allows them to tank. They're sitting a perfectly healthy Anthony Davis. And now you're putting out these guys, like you mentioned, nobody was over 6'8" at one point.
Yep.
Who are these guys? Who are any of the players on the Wizards?
Bums.
Bums. So now Bam goes out there, and in a way, it annoyed me what he said. I heard you mention it, like how he was like, oh, well, blame them. It annoys me a little bit that he said that, but he's actually right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They allowed that, so he took advantage of it. And because of that, is he still to blame a little bit? I would say yes. I actually blame Spoelstra, if I'm blaming a Heat person, more than him, for just because he said at a certain point, they're sitting back there strategizing and trying to figure out how they can make this happen. And that's where you get the last quarter where it just looks like a train wreck.
Right.
It's just sloppy and ridiculous. But if you're not allowed to tank, Anthony Davis plays. If Anthony Davis plays, Bam is maybe scoring 15 points. I'm sorry. He's not that elite level of guy. Right. He doesn't have moves like that. He can't create his own shot to the point where he would even warrant 43 attempted free throws. So I didn't even really mention Kobe Bryant's name. I don't know if you guys realize that. I didn't even mention Kobe. I told you I'm a Kobe fan, but I didn't have to mention him yet.
Yeah.
Right? What is just all that stuff that I said? What is that?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And the icing, the cherry on top of that is Kobe's record, which is not a record. It depends on how you feel. Me, I would like to see Wilt's 100 before I give Will all this credit for the 100. That's just me. Not trying to be disrespectful. I respect the old school greats. But in this day and age, with all this other stuff we got going on in the world,
I was just about to add to that, Jovan. I was just about to say, Jovan, like where things are heading, we're probably going to get the 100 by like Mikal Bridges or something.
I heard you guys talk about Mikal Bridges before. Talk about I don't know why y'all gave up 4 picks for that guy. I don't know.
My God, man.
Six.
Oh, and Bojan Bogdanovic, by the way, I would take him any day just to shoot threes, even if he's like injured or whatnot. But
Bojan by himself is better than Bridges, bro.
Of course, absolutely.
And then you get picks on top of it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no. I was just saying, like, that's the issue that I'm seeing. I was talking to Jay about it. Is just that I think the fact that this is being easily accepted is probably maybe that whole new thing they're trying to push, where you could have games like this, where you could just, hey, try to get these high scoring records. It doesn't matter about ethics. You brought up Kobe, the late great Kobe Bryant, as well as Jordan and all these guys. Man, these guys were scoring 50, 60, 70 points because of their efficiency, and they were getting guarded pretty tight. It's like the more they were scoring, the more defense were like, lock them up. And it didn't matter. They were still scoring on them. They weren't getting, freebies. They weren't getting handouts over here. So it took away from the way he got the 83 points. That's my whole beef too. It's just like, there's no ethics behind the 83. You can't even like be like, man, he was such a warrior last night. I can't believe it. it was given to him. What do you think about that aspect?
I didn't see anything to that point that you said that made me feel like, man, this is a great game. And you know what I started saying, and I'm gonna add this to a video on my own channel. I don't have a problem with somebody, again, as a big time Kobe Bryant fan, not a little bit, like big time. Anybody that says something about Kobe, I know all the stats, I know all the history behind it. I usually have a rebuttal. And for the things that there is no rebuttal, that just is what it is. Those are real things, and just have to accept it. You say Kobe Bryant took wild shots sometimes and did too much. Depending on the game, I'll give you that. You know, he's going to shoot it. That's what he was going to do. But to the point you just mentioned, if you're going to do that, if you're going to score 81 points, then you need to be better than Kobe Bryant was the night he did it against Toronto.
Agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to be better than he was that night.
Yep.
If you're not better than he was that night, then I don't want to hear it, bro.
Yep.
Bam was not better than Kobe was that night. And
Jovan, you're gonna love this
right there. Yeah, that does it for me.
You're gonna love this. What I have to add, Jovan, you being a Kobe fan, bro. Even Kobe's last game where he scored 60 plus, they were still guarding him tight. He didn't get a handout. It was his last game.
Nobody gave him the ball. Nobody fouled on purpose.
By saying, you know what? Let's give him some free throws. Let's go easy on him. Let's miss free throws on purpose. Get a rebound. Give it back. Even on that game, they didn't even do that. He as a Kobe fan, he wouldn't even want that. He wouldn't want that.
No, he wouldn't want that. It would disgust him. It would make him sick. And that's why he retired, in my opinion, is because once the Achilles, he was never really the same. But then it got multiplied because he broke his kneecap and then had the shoulder problems. He just wasn't the same guy. And so in his mind, if I can't be the main attraction anymore and put the team on my back, and I'm just going to be a charity case out here, then I don't want it. He was man enough to let it go. You know what I mean? And that 60-point game, just real quick, I just want to add, Gordon Hayward said at first, he was missing. He airballed a few shots. He was shooting, but it wasn't going down consistently. And they were kind of like, yeah, we got him under control. This is his last night. He's trying to do a little something, but we got him under control. No big deal. Yeah. And then he said something switched. And then next thing you know, everybody's looking around like, yo, what do we do? This is not the Kobe we've been watching all season that at times has struggled. This is that 81 Kobe.
Right.
Bam was never even that Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
You can't mention
with those 43 shots. They never even looked like the 50 that Kobe took that night to win.
They're not non-comparable. It's interesting. Me and Immi were speaking about this the other day. You know, right now we think it's a generational thing with these new kids playing right now. They're not as tough. They're not as like cutthroat. I feel like the last one remaining right now is Westbrook. Wemby is trying to bring that back, and I appreciate him for that. But the way they were giving him the ball and hey, you got to do it. Yay, beat the record. And I'm like, yo, anybody could beat a record like that on any given night as long as the coach says, go ahead and play. Right. Go ahead. I'm not taking you out. Hey, everybody get together, give him the ball. Anybody could beat that record. Look at Luka. Luka had 51 last night in an efficient 51. I think he's
10 minutes left. Yeah. Right? I think there was 10 minutes left when he pulled himself. Yeah, and he had the decency to step out because it was done. It was over.
It was over. Yeah. The game was done. You guys are up. Whatever. We're done here. Bam and the Heat, they were up by 30. It was damn near 30 points in the fourth quarter. And I remember watching that. And I'm sitting, I'm yelling at my TV. I'm like, take him out. And I'm looking at Spo. He got there, got his arms folded. The Spo look. And just looking. I'm like, take him out. Why is he still in the game? Even if he had,
I was really disappointed.
75 at that point. Take his ass.
I was really disappointed.
It sucked, man. I hated it. People try.
I was really disappointed.
A lot of people try to defend it.
Can I speak to that real quick?
Yeah, sure.
What you mentioned about this era, I mean, people are going to hate it, but I've decided that if I'm going to be a hater, you might as well call me 50 Cent, man. If I'm going to go down that route, I might as well just go down that route. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to hate on people per se, but I think hate is overused because at the end of the day, there's standards. And this era wants you to drop the standards and then put them over the people that were the standard.
Yeah, good point.
They want hugs and kisses for doing minimal work.
Yep. That's a good point.
And I'm just not going to give it to him, bro. If I have to die this way, I literally will die on this hill. Literally. Yeah. I'll take a bullet for it. Yeah. I know that sounds crazy, but I'll take a bullet for it. I'm not changing.
Yeah, constructive criticism is hate to this generation.
Yes. And they know better. There's a right way and there's a wrong way to do stuff. Yep. And what really bothered me, to Jay's point, Spoelstra disgusted me the other night, man. I expected so much more for him, to the point where I remember Jimmy Butler going through his contract stuff, and I was like, dang, Jimmy, come on, Jim. Like, the Heat are an upstanding organization. Pat Riley holds it down. Spoelstra holds his business. Yep. They didn't even bend to LeBron. They didn't even bend to LeBron James. Yep. And that's LeBron. So if they didn't bend to LeBron like everybody else does, then, they have to have some, like, standards. But you know what? Jimmy might have been right. You don't want to pay me, but you're doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
He saw.
Hey, maybe you called it earlier. Maybe it came from upstairs. If you know what I'm talking
I don't know what that was, man. But there's a Ice Cube Jr., even though that's not his real name. But O'Shea Jackson.
O'Shea, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually spoke to this, and again, I'm mentioning Kobe like last. You guys, when I first came on, I didn't say anything really about how this plays into Kobe and his legacy and everything like that. But he mentioned that this just seemed like some type of weird conspiracy. Because I went back and watched that game the other day and yesterday, and I just don't understand how about Bam. How did he even get 43 attempted free throws? Why? Again, what in his game would make you want to guard him like that? And then I watched the Magic and the Wizards play last night. They guarded Paulo Banchero the way they should have guarded Bam. Yeah. And so Paulo is much better.
That is very interesting that you say. Oh, first of all, Immi, can you drop the link for the chat, please?
I got you.
Well, so that's very interesting you said that, because with this culture the way the league even started out this season with Billups getting arrested, the culture of the league right now with
when's the last time you heard about that, by the way? When's the last update on that?
Sweep it under the rug. The way the culture is right now with Cashy and FanDuel and DraftKings, it makes you wonder who had money on this. Who, which one of the big wigs, up there? I'm not saying it was Pat or Spo. Who had money on this to let Bam keep going? Somebody won big, because nobody would have bet Bam to have.
That's what Jarrell called me first thing. That's what he said,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, this is something with gambling.
Somebody won big, and they were higher up, and they're like, "Yo, listen, keep him in the game. Let him keep going. Don't take him out. We're up by 30. No, don't take him out." Just the way the culture is right now with gambling, it's ruining the sport, and it's sad. It's horrible. I went to the Lakers and Knicks game the other day, and there was these kids sitting behind me. They weren't Lakers fans. They weren't Knicks fans. They just checking on their parlays. They kept screaming out, keep OG in. Oh, OG in your three. Oh, Luka, your pass. And I'm just like, yo, you guys kill this whole game for me, man. This ain't it. It's different. The generation right now is different, man.
Well, let me ask you guys something. Do you think now someone's out there, and let's be real, I mean, who wants to see Bam Adebayo's name as right between Will Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant?
They're going to look at it in 10 years, and they're going to be like, how the hell did you get here?
Yo, but I feel like somebody's out there going to be like, you know what, guys, they did it for him. Just give me the rock today. I'll get that 90 points today.
But bro, the way this happened was literally like 87,000 coincidences at the same time. Yeah. Can it happen again? Yes, because this shouldn't have happened. Yeah. It just shouldn't have happened, man. Like I still can't. I watched it again because I had to make sure it's not just me. And everybody that says that this was like okay and it's the way it's supposed to be is lying out of their behinds, bro. Bam Adebayo should not be able to do that. I don't care what night it is. The first quarter, fine. He was hot. I'll give him that in the first quarter. But after that, I saw a stat. He was like 10 for 27 from the field or something stupid like that. Yeah. Like after the first quarter. How the heck did you end up with 83 points? It just doesn't make sense. Why would you foul a guy that can't shoot?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
He was 7 for 22 from 3.
Bro, if the league never had Giannis, maybe I'd agree to that. If the league never had Giannis, Giannis been in the league for a minute now. Right. So teams have realized the only way to guard Giannis is to build up the Great Wall of China.
Right.
Every team does it. Bam is not Giannis.
No.
They let Bam do a Giannis with a guy that's way less good, nowhere near as good as Giannis. They just let it happen. So is it possible? Maybe, but it would have to be, again, somebody else. That O'Shea Jackson was saying, like, how is it that the Wizards are tanking, their players are trash, they're not playing anybody, they can't guard them with even 3 people. Even the end of that game when they were trying to like triple team him, bro, it looked like when we were back in middle school, bro.
It was sad, man.
What was that? They're like surrounded him and like grabbing him and slap. Bro, you don't play defense like that. We're grown men. Oh, we could have did better than that. I swear to God, I'm not even lying. One of us guard him head up, and the other 2 stand behind him and just stand next to him.
It was some wild.
Something was a setup. It was a setup, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It was a setup. It was a setup.
It looks so weird. Yeah. It looks so weird. It looked so unnatural. The whole game, like after the first quarter, everything looked unnatural. It looked like a call went in. And those kids that was behind Jay, their fathers, put it in the order, and it just was like, I don't know, bro. I looked at it and I was just like, and again, I give Bam a level of credit. I don't think doing that in general is easy, but it just got to a certain point where I was just like, this is no longer believable. This is are the Rock and Stone Cold fighting again? Like, what is this WWE? What are we? This is not believable at this point. I'm like, this part.
That's a good one. That was good. I think maybe Vince McMahon sent some script in there.
Vince had to have something to do with it.
Yeah, he definitely has something. That was scripted. That game was scripted, man. It was just.
I just don't buy it, bro.
Is this going to open the door for more type of weird scripted games?
I think it already has, man. I just like even so. Another disclosure: I'm a fan of SGA. I like SGA. I think SGA is the best player in basketball.
Too, man.
Yes, and even though I'm a fan of his, I think that's a huge issue with the game. But it's not just him. They put him at the top of that. Luka goes to the line a lot. Austin Reeves goes to the line a lot, and it's funny because what's his name? Dylan. I'm a fan of Dylan. Dylan the villain. Brooks. He makes me laugh, bro. He's funny. And he said they asked him about Austin Reeves. He's like foul baiter. He said foul baiter. And there's a lot of guys that take advantage of those, and I hate it, bro. I'm a Laker fan. I hate watching Luka, beg for fouls. I hate watching Austin do it. I hate watching SGA do it. But it's up to the league to change the rules to get that out of here. But
complain at the end of every play, you know that, right?
Every play, bro. Every play. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Down the court.
It's so hard for me to like. I'm trying to like him because he's my future as of right now, and he's an excellent player. He really is good. But the complaining is disgusting, man. It makes me sick. Yeah. But I say that to say SGA just set another record that Wilt Chamberlain won 160 20-point games, something like that. But I'm gonna be honest. Do you even buy that? I believe he did it legitimately, as legit as you can in this current league. But what's 20 points in the NBA today? What is it, like 80 guys averaging 20?
Yeah.
This isn't the league we grew up watching when 20 points was like
20 points was like
that was big time.
It was amazing, man.
You're an all-star. Easy with 20.
Yeah. 20 points today is like 12 points in our day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yes.
What team isn't it the Hornets? We got 4 guys averaging 20 right now.
They're one of them, I think.
I think it's
the Lakers are another one. They got 3, I think.
Yeah. The Hornets are. I think 4 of them are averaging just about 20 points.
I think so.
It's crazy.
I think so. Any given night, any guy could score 20 or 30 in this league. You know how hard that was to do back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Bro, you had to score 20, you had to be like that, bro. Like you had to really be about that. Like now guys are just throwing up whatever. It's going in.
To score 20 plus in the 90s or back then, bro, you had to get ready for a tough night and a physical night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not going to come easy to you. You were not going to just walk into the paint and get 20 points, 20 layups, or you're not going to get easy points like that. You're going to get hurt. And
these guys get so many easy points now. It's disgusting.
So many easy points, bro.
And I'm going to say this, bro. I'm going to say this. I'm not a violent person. Yeah. I don't believe in violence. I've never gotten in a fight as an adult. As a kid, one or two, I'll be honest. But as an adult, I've never got any altercations. I can use my words. I can think, right? I don't need to do all that. I could walk away from situations that don't require nonsense, you know. But in the league, that in some of these games I be seeing, and in that game, bro, I would have broke Bam's arms, bro, and I mean that respectfully. And I don't mean like take his arm and jam it back. I'm talking about if you want to call foul, fine, let's call him.
Right.
As hard as I can.
Bro, the problem
when you're
is
at the line, you're going to be like this. You're not going to be making 36 free throws like with your hand shaking. Right. You know, I'm not letting you do that to me.
They would have done it in the 90s. That was some 90s shit.
That's what's supposed to happen, bro. You're not going to, like you said, if you're not going to take him out, I'm going to point at Spoelstra and be like, this is for you, baby.
Right.
Wow. I'm going to get all 6 of my joints, and then I'm going to be telling people on the bench, when I'm done, you take over. All 6 of them.
You know what it is?
They want to keep calling it, all 6 of them. And if he gets to 20 at this point, he's got 20 free throws, and that's not working. And Bam is as strong as they say, and he's good in the weight room. Okay, now it's time to knock him out the sky. And if all of us get kicked out the game, fine. But he's not getting this 83 on us. I would never.
The biggest, strongest defender off the bench shoot up the score to do that.
Bro, even in the 2000s, they're doing that. Remember, Rasheed Wallace, KG, Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, Ben Wallace?
Oh, yeah.
Ben Wallace? Bro, Ben Wallace, people don't talk about how crazy Ben Wallace was. He ran after Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. You know how unstoppable you got to be to run after a guy like Meta? Meta was crazy, bro. Right. And Ben did not care.
No.
Ben was every bit of that belt, bro.
The thing is, man, these guys, these kids, you gotta understand the kids. These kids, they're not built like that. They don't even think like that. Their mind doesn't. And the Knicks are, you know what? I'll give the Detroit
perfect example of it, right?
Yeah, the Detroit Pistons are probably still with that 90s mindset, 2000 mindset. Because, bro, I'll tell you this, and I was telling this to Jay, we brought up on the show. When they played the Knicks, bro, they were freaking playing physical. Josh Hart's going flying, and Josh Hart's just like getting up, smiling, getting up. If this was, imagine doing that to Oakley back in the day or to the Knicks, bro, it's going to start. Right after the Detroit, I want to see something, and I want to get your take on this, Jovan. Right after the Knicks played Detroit, and Detroit just freaking pummeled the Knicks physically, and Knicks had no response. The next day, they played the Charlotte Hornets, and that's when that fight happened. Because there was 2 guys on the Charlotte Hornets. They were like, yeah, we're not going to put up with this. So it is somewhat there, but only certain players, certain teams, not like the whole league, like back in the day in the 2000s.
Amazingly enough, even though the Hornets have sucked so bad for years, and now they're finally starting to get their act together, who would have thought some guy named Knipple came in and all of a sudden he righted the ship? But yeah, somehow, man, you would never expect it from him. I don't know how he did it, but it's not the same. But they have a couple of dogs, bro. Brandon Miller, I think that's his name. Is it Brandon Miller?
Brandon Miller, number 2 pick overall, right after.
And Bridges, Brandon Miller and Bridges are about that life, bro. They're about that life. And Bridges is a Kobe guy. So he's not backing down. He couldn't put it all together before, and he got in a little bit of trouble, but he's been on a straight and narrow. Got Brandon Miller there. I think the center's kind of tough. Mark Williams, they're ready to go. And as far as the Pistons, you mess with Stewart and Durant if you want to. Yeah. They're not playing with you. I would have loved to see Bam try to do that against those teams. Heck no. Stewart already showed you he's ready to go. He said, I'll take the games. My man ran on the floor.
Dropping 83 points on me? Come on, man.
No, bro. No. Not like that, at least, though. Not like that. And people don't talk. We talked about what it looked like when Kobe did it. Bro, Kobe wasn't doing nothing crazy. The thing that was crazy is he was just hot, bro. He was making Kobe Bryant shots. Only one person we've ever seen. I'm not saying he's better than Mike, but Mike didn't have to take some of these shots. And you could argue maybe Mike got better shots. Maybe that was a skill that's underrated about Mike, you know?
Right.
But Kobe can make shots that nobody else can make, and that's what that 81-point game was. He's shooting everything. He's catching it quick, beating a double team, firing before they can get there. You don't really. What are you going to do to against? What do you need to do against that? There's no reason to like murder him because he's not actually he's not taking advantage of you, and they needed the points. What Bam did was running people over. No, you're not running me over, bro. I just couldn't. That's all I can say to that. You know what I mean, guys? You're not running me over.
Oh, no.
I'm breaking your arms, and if that doesn't work, I'm knocking you out the sky, and your legs will be in the air. And I'm sorry. And it's not because I'm not a violent person. I don't hate you, but you're trying to embarrass me.
Yeah.
So no, that's not going to happen. You can check out at any time, but you're not going to do that to me.
Right.
Hey,
Not me.
No, I agree. I agree.
Man,
I think that this game this was just ridiculous. I think it just made the NBA look bad.
It did.
And you brought a good point. Like Eric Spoelstra, the Pat Riley, the organization is supposed to be
have them investigated, man.
Old school and classy. For them to pull this off was kind of weird. So
have them investigated, bro.
Let me
would have never let that go down.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something else real quick? So my wife, right? One of the things my wife always says to me, I have a 5-year-old son. One of the things my wife always says to me is that we're going to do things a certain way because we don't want him to get to a big age, right, whether that be whatever big age, middle school or whatever, and be looking at us like, well, you guys told me not to do that, but what are you doing?
Right.
Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra just threw that out the window. All that heat culture, we do things the right way, as dead to me. If I'm a player on that team and you're telling me about culture and this, that, and the other, well, what was that? So I'm going to do me.
Good points, man. Jovan, it's definitely a pleasure having you on the show, man. We're going to keep having you on. Last thing, I want your take, man. LeBron or Kobe?
Oh, it's Kobe, man. That's not even close. Bro.
You saw that coming. You saw that coming a mile away. I saw that coming a mile away.
Hear it.
Well, you want me to go into it a little bit, or are we good?
I already know where you're going.
MJ and Kobe.
MJ and Kobe. I have to put it this way. I will never disrespect the great Michael Jordan.
Great.
Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time.
That's what I want to hear.
I will say that Kobe is the best player I've ever seen. That's how I put it. But I will not take away from Michael Jordan. Kobe said, if you've seen Mike, what you see from me, you got from Mike. And so we all got to respect that.
Listen,
Jovan, I have honor, unlike those guys. I have honor.
I really want to hear your take on the LeBron. And that, I feel like we're going to wait for the next show if you're available.
Another day, fellas. Yeah.
Because that's going to take some time. I'd love to hear about it, man. We could talk and debate about it. I love it.
Yeah.
Jovan, pleasure having you on the show, man.
Yo, guys, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. We definitely got to do it again. This is my first time doing a live. Even though I have a channel, I never did a live. So thank you. Appreciate you for baptizing me in this. Absolutely. Guys, check out Jay Boyd Sells podcast if you can. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll put it on our link as well so people can check us out. So check you guys out.
Appreciate you guys.
Peace. Take care, brother.
Good night.
All right. We have TJ. TJ, how's it going, man?
What up? Hey, I'm doing some schoolwork actually.
Okay.
Hey, man. You gotta learn, man.
All right.
Trying to be a multimedia journalist in the NBA or maybe the NFL. I don't know which route I'm going to go, but I'm kind of leaning basketball. So,
yeah, you can't go wrong with basketball, man. Basketball, I feel like, is one of those popular sports now. Back in the day, it was not really that. Baseball, I would say, was definitely more popular back in the 90s, 2000s. Then football is always going to be popular, and then basketball was okay. But now basketball is probably one of the most popular sports right now. And then especially you got the fact that it's well loved overseas as well. So yeah, it's global. So and they're making it even more global. So
yeah, for sure.
Basketball. Yeah,
basketball is definitely the way. You probably get more opportunity when it comes to that.
Yeah, and the way the All-Star game is set up how it is with the Team World versus Team USA, like that just explains that whole that whole international global thing. You're correct on that.
How you
Yeah,
doing today, TJ, man? What's on your mind today, man? How you feel about are you a Knick fan?
I am an OKC fan.
OKC, all right, all
that sounds like a bandwagon to me. Right there.
right.
No, it's not. Nope,
Okay, I'm
nope.
just joking.
Okay.
I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan since I was like
Oh
4.
wow, wow,
Oh,
wow, wow.
oh,
Good.
oh man.
uh,
Who else, man?
uh,
Who else?
and
Great.
Supersonic, Sean Kemp,
Okay, okay.
Detlef Shrimp, um, you know, uh,
Oh yeah, Dallas Shrimp was nice.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was nice.
Jack Sigma,
Yep.
I like him a lot.
Yep.
I
Where are you
followed
calling
them. I
from, by the
watched
way?
all their
Are you are
videos.
you are you in New York? Are you on the East Coast?
No, dude, I'm in South Dakota.
South
South
Dakota
Dakota.
on the
Shout out
Jay
South
and Immi
Dakota.
Show. We have
Shout out
arrived
South
in South
Dakota.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, man, I grew up a Thunder fan. Uh, Absolutely in love with KD, and he broke my heart. Uh, you know, Russ, best player in the world to me. Not at that time. I
What
wrote like
what
a creative children's book about it for like a school assignment, even like KD's the villain and Russell Westbrook was the hero, and he defeated him at the end. It was awesome, but
That's hilarious.
Nice.
I'm sure Russell Westbrook would have co-signed on that book. Real quick, Emmy, can you drop the link in the chat, please? We got some
Yeah,
other
I'll
people
keep
that would like
dropping
to
it.
join after TJ.
So let me
Okay,
ask you.
go ahead. You
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay, I was just putting
We're
this
just gonna
in.
not go. Yeah. So
Guys,
TJ, all right. So you're in South Dakota, big OKC fan. Obviously, you grew up with Westbrook and Durant and Harden. You grew up with that team. Your team already won a championship. If I had to guess, you might be early 20s or teens.
26.
26. All right. So you were able to see a championship in your lifetime so far. Me and Emmy,
Yeah.
we're both Knick fans. We haven't seen shit. We haven't seen a damn thing. It's been a very long time. We haven't seen any championships yet.
Look,
So you
yeah,
should feel
let me
blessed.
just and I'll just put it even more perspective. We're in New Jersey, New York. He's in LA now. Two crazy populated ass cities and states, and we haven't won shit. You're over there in South Dakota with the Bears, and you're freaking celebrating a championship. Power to you, brother. Good job. We're like,
Yes, Super Bowl, NBA Finals, about to be back-to-back NBA Finals, and
tell me, you know
potentially
what? I'm gonna ask this real quick because I love this call. I really love this call, TJ. South Dakota. Tell me the sports vibes there. What type of city is? What's your favorite sports there? What gets people hyped over there?
Well, right now it's like kind of the Summit League. I think that's over though at the Denny Premier Center. You know, the Summit League and punch their ticket to March Madness tournament.
Okay.
That's pretty exciting around this time.
Yep.
Um, there's not much else. I mean, there's events here and there. It's more concerts, like
Yeah.
country guys coming down, even
Nice.
rappers.
Nice.
Um, Actually, the rappers that come down here are the ones that are trying to, you know,
Make it.
get noticed because they're
Yeah.
starting to fade out a little bit.
Sure.
So it's not much sports at all.
Yeah.
College really. I wish we had. Minnesota's like 3 hours away, and I actually got to go to the game last season after the All Star game. So all the players were playing, and
Nice.
I was in the stands and everything, and I had my Shea jersey on, and like 50 fans were just coming at me as
Yeah.
Shea's dropping 40, just coming at me, free
Yeah. Yeah.
throw
Yeah.
merchant, and
Minnesota's
I'm
pretty rough.
defending him all the way. It was perfect,
That is
but
an
Yeah.
atmosphere, man, to be
Yeah.
in.
But Minnesota's a good team too, and yeah, I'm sure they're passionate about it. Yeah, it's pretty rough, Minnesota, but yeah, I'd say, what do you think about OKC's chances this year?
top of the league. I'm a little skeptical about Boston
Sure.
with Tatum coming back is scary. I
Yeah.
mean, if they had him last night, I think they probably would have beat us. Honestly, we lost, or we won. Excuse me, by one possession, and Tatum is unbelievable. Two superstars on that team. Like
who know how
They're
to play
tough.
together, which is
Already
not.
got his shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say with OKC, just jumping on what Emmy said with OKC, I feel like that word is out on them when the Spurs kind of they took them out all year. The Spurs been beating them up all year, and
Right.
I think they ended up losing to a couple teams this year. They probably shouldn't have lost to. Did they lose to the Hornets? I'm pretty sure they lost to the Hornets.
Yes, we did
Um,
lose the Hornets.
you lost to a couple bottom of the barrel teams, but I don't know. Just the way you guys are still a great team, but I feel like the Spurs put you guys on notice when they beat you guys all these times this year, and like the league is kind of like learning how to play better against them. Not saying OKC is bad or down, but I feel like this it's more of an opportunity for other teams to win now. So
I think it's a different animal in the playoffs. We obviously got that experience from last season. If Wemby and them boys, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron
Right.
Fox. Well, De'Aaron Fox is the only one that really has playoff experience, along with Cornette. There's not much experience in the playoffs. It's a whole different thing. The defense picks up, the game slows down. Um, coaching adjustments, it's just different. Sometimes you think in the regular season, like people defense isn't the same. Scoring is off the charts, and in the when it comes down to it, winning a chip, you know, it- defense picks up, and you got to be able to, like, keep that stamina, keep that energy going throughout not potentially 7 game series. Like,
Yeah.
it's different, man, and I really feel like we're built for that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, no, I think you guys, the whole atmosphere, the culture, the coaching staff, the system, the players, it's just such a man, sometimes I watch them, I'm like, bro, I really wish I was an OKC fan. Especially a lot of times I just love the aspect even after the game, all the guys are together. It's like a
Yeah,
very very family oriented, very family
very much
like
so, very
it's
much so.
yeah, man, and it's like you don't really see that much. They really care. That's the thing. A lot of these guys, man, they're here to just collect a check, and it's a big check, right? So, these guys look like they're playing like high school, like the as far as like their love for the game, the
hmm
atmosphere, and how are you gonna beat something like that if you don't match that up, if you don't match up with that, how are you gonna beat that? So that's one thing I definitely respect about OKC, and you're right. They're definitely favors to always win the chip, especially with what they have. As long as they can keep that same type of squad and atmosphere, they're definitely good to go. But really appreciate your time, TJ,
Thank
coming
you,
on.
TJ.
Definitely, we'd love to support. The Jay and Immi Show is in South Dakota, so we love that you represented that. So we'll be back again on Sunday. We'd love to have you again.
Sunday,
Hey,
what time? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5
yep.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. Anything else you wanted to say,
Thanks a
TJ,
lot.
before you let you go?
yeah, I appreciate you let me come on and kind of share my fandom, and
Yep.
I started this internship with the lead, and I'm having a blast doing that. And I'm interviewing some of the coolest sports journalists in the world, and I'm just kind of branching out, going on podcasts, trying to, get comfortable behind the camera,
Yeah.
talking to people about
Oh, you're
sports
doing
instead
great.
of just writing all the time. So
You're doing
Place to
great.
do
You
it,
already
TJ. You're
sound like
doing
a
a
pro.
great job, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you
I mean,
very
I
much for
feel
that.
like I was talking to a freaking a beat writer from the OKC Thunder, man. So you definitely
He probably is a beat writer. He's probably is a beat
yeah.
writer. He's not telling us
Hi,
the truth.
what's up?
No,
What's up, Jay?
I just wrote what Jason McIntyre is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got one coming out on him. I interviewed him a week ago. He's so hard to get a hold of. Like, I was like, hey, can you read this to make sure like I have it accurate and all that? I still haven't heard from him, so I'm still waiting on his response for approval to, because that's our policy for the lead,
right,
is always getting the accuracy corrected, edited, anything that may be wrong. We want to make sure that we pinpoint on that. And
right.
yeah, dude, Jason McIntyre is so freaking busy. He doesn't have even time for me. But he did have time for an hour to interview with me. So that was pretty cool. That was my biggest one I've done yet, and I'm hoping to continue that.
And the second one was you being on the Jay and Immi show. So
Yeah. There we go.
All right, listen, man, we're gonna have you more and more on the show. It was a pleasure having you, TJ. So
Yeah, just message me. Do that again. I appreciate that. Sometimes I just get caught up with my son and my wife and my work.
Of
So
course.
yeah, just please reach out if you want me to come on the show. I'll do my best to make it happen.
Sounds good, man.
TJ,
Take
man.
it.
Thank you,
Take
man.
care.
Take
All
care,
right.
buddy. Have a good one.
See ya.
TJ, take care.
That was TJ.
TJ from South Dakota.
South Dakota.
And
shout out South Dakota.
Aspirations for being a what are you saying, a beat writer, or he was gonna be
Beat
a
writer, journalism. He's in
publicist?
journalism right now. He has
Journalism. Nice, man.
he can make it.
Yeah, listen, guys,
Have faith in him.
you can't go wrong with that type of career choice, just because there's so many things, especially in sports, so many different cities, so many teams to cover, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. It's just like you're always going to get a good opportunity. And nowadays you got to always look at whatever career choice you're going. Two things you should always look for a career that has a lot of opportunity, and look for a career that has a lot of growth. Okay, where there's no ceiling, where you can go up and sky's the limit. So I think he's on point with that. And let's get on our next caller. We got Mr. Juicy TP.
Juice and Pop Show.
How's it going, man? You're live on the Jay and Immi show. How's it going, brother?
It's going good, fellas. What's going on, Jay? What's going on, Immi?
Good, man. How you doing, Juice? Where you calling from tonight?
I'm from the East Coast, man. I'm from the East Coast.
You ain't from North Dakota, right?
Nah. I'm just from
I'm
the
like,
East
yeah,
Coast,
man.
Well, one Dakota at a time, man.
Nice, man. So, man, we talked about the Knicks today. Since you're from the East Coast, we talked about the Knicks and how they doing, and we talked about a little bit about Bam Adebayo. Are you a Knicks fan? What did you think about the Bam situation?
I'm a Lakers fan,
Okay.
but the Bam, I liked it. I don't like that a lot of people are giving him a lot of slack just because of how he got the 83.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of professional basketball players that could currently score the 83 that he scored. Because if you go look at it in the beginning of the game, he was hot and he was hitting really tough shots.
Yeah.
And I know toward the back end and the back stretch, it kind of got a little, washed out, kind of given to him just a little bit. But at the end of the day, I still feel like I got to tip my cap, even though I'm a Kobe fan.
That's fair.
The fact that he was even able to knock down the shots, because if he doesn't get hot like that in the beginning of the game, he's not even able to go for 83. So at some point in time, he had to be able to perform that type of game in order to make that happen. And I don't think there's not anyone in the NBA could do that, like everyone is saying. So I credit it, to somewhat degree.
No, man, that's a good take. And the first time when I found out about it, Jay was heated because he basically on a lot of the points that you just mentioned about how it was kind of given to him and all that stuff like that. But in the beginning, I was like, no, man, he did his thing, man. You got to put the ball in the basket, like it's got to go in, like So, I think those are fair points. I think, look, I agree with a lot of the things about it was kind of given to him in the end. That's true. I mean, you can't deny that either. So that's the thing. But like you said, he was hot in the beginning, and he still, made those free throws, whatever it was, 20 something points. And he still took advantage of it. And I guess the big thing that I'll always also say is that it's not really his thing. It was given to him. Right. So it's like, if I give you something and you can't blame you. Like, it's at the end of the day, I'm the one who gave it to you, so, but yeah, what do you have to say about that, Jay? Because I know you feel a little different.
Again, I said it before, and I'll say it again. That 83 was given, not earned. That was a given 83 points. It wasn't earned. Yeah, I know you put the ball in the hoop, whatever. That's nice. I mean, Jay Boinks, we had him on earlier today from the Jay Boinks Sports Show. He said it well. He was like, basically just the way they were like giving him the ball, missing free throws on purpose. Everybody was like gathering together to like make sure he gets it. Yeah, hoorah.
Yeah.
Kobe would have never done that, bro. Kobe would have went for that. Kobe would have turned on them, flipped on them, cursed them out, and said, I'm doing this. I don't need your help. If I can't do it by myself, I don't want it.
Right.
Bam took the help, and Spo never took him out. Pat never called out and take him out. I would have been satisfied when the beginning of the fourth, I think he had like 70. I would have been satisfied with give him a 70. He got 70, whatever. You're up by 30 points. You got 70 points. Go ahead, sit down. That's fine. But I think they took it too far, and we all know the last 5 minutes of the game was just a catastrophe. So that's my thoughts on it. I've heard everything.
Yeah, no, and look, I think both of you guys have fair points, but like I said, like I was saying, Juice, like you can't deny that it was given to him. Like it's not like he was like going and getting those points. It was definitely given to him. But well, you being a Lakers fan, Juice, what do you think about the Lakers this year, man? You think y'all have it this year? You think you can win a chip?
We got a lot of adjusting that should be done, but with that adjustment comes someone that may have earned the right to maybe adjust how he wants to, speaking for LeBron here. So I'm not fond of where we're at currently because I don't know how the organization is going to handle the situation. But I like the two combo that we have. I think that it works well. I'm not sure with the AR money situation. And I don't know how we're going to go from the situation that we're currently in with a solid team, and we can obviously build around what we have, but we're stuck in a transition phase of what was currently in the past and still in the future.
Yeah.
And he earned every flower that he should get, but it's also an organization. So we're trying to figure out, I believe, how to manage that situation without one disrespecting our name as an organization, and then let alone the player that earned his own name and his legacy. So I think we're kind of stuck, and I don't know. I'm kind of just a fan, and I'm just watching.
Yeah. No, that's kind of well put.
That's kind of well put, actually.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that.
Yeah, man.
But real quick, may I ask one thing?
Sure.
So Jay,
what's up?
I think when we go back to that 83 with Bam, right? The big thing is when we go back and we watch that Kobe 81, he was down in the game, but it was how he got back in the game, but how he got his money, how he scored every bucket, and how the game wasn't given to him. So to Jay's point, I would like to say I do agree with him though. On the back end of that game, and especially if you even just go watch the highlights, you're just going to see a bunch of free throws toward the back end of the game. And it doesn't look like the cleanest 83 that you've seen. If you pull up Kobe's 81, it looks a lot different. So I think that's the hard pill to swallow with the Bam situation, even though it was kind of helped out, but he did have to score those shots. He did have to score.
Yeah, you know, to add to that, right? And on Jake, you can comment because he was kind of addressing that. I was going to say is, I think that's the biggest thing. Like it's like when you look at well, first of all, we don't know what Will Chamberlain, what the hell was he doing in the 70s, but we got to go keep it relevant, right?
See that tape from that 100-point game.
It's like you look at Kobe.
It's a lot of tape.
Yeah, right. You look at Kobe and you're like, this brother was bringing it every night. A well-deserved 60, a well-deserved 65, a well-deserved 65, whatever, 68, and then a well-deserved 81. And it's like, well, you got him basically on the top. You're going to put Wilt there, but you really, for our generation, you're looking at him. And then you got Bam, who just surpassed him. And it's like, bro, it's kind of a disrespectful way of doing it. That's what I think a lot of the people are getting that taste in their mouth, unfortunately, because of the way he did it. What do you have to say with that, Jay?
I mean, it's hard, man. I mean, I feel the way I feel about what Bam did, man. It's all right. Juice. When you look 15 years from now, obviously, when you look up in the archives, top scorers of the NBA. I don't know if you have kids or not. If your kids look it up, top scorers in the NBA. All right, we got Wilt, number 1. We got Bam, number 2. We got Kobe, number 3. Booker might be 4. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah.
3 of those 4 players are in the Hall of Fame. Bam might not make the Hall of Fame. Might not. I'm not saying he will or he won't. He'll definitely get his jersey retired in Miami.
He's not making the
I don't think he's going to make the Hall of Fame, and he has to really step it up. That's going to be crazy. Who is this guy that is second scoring in the NBA, second scoring points in the NBA, that is not a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah.
You know, we don't speak about Bam like we speak about Kobe when we shoot a ball, say Kobe. We don't talk about Wilt. You know, it's funny because most people, when they talk about Wilt, they talk about how many girls he had, which is people don't say Wilt and talk about like how good he was. They just talk about how he was.
That 100 he was holding was how many girls he had at night.
But yeah, nobody ever talks about Bam Adebayo, man. And I don't know, man. The game's messed up to me. It left a bad taste in my mouth. I can't. I could talk about this forever. It just made me sick to my stomach.
Nah, man. To Juice's point, man, the brother still scored 83. Let him be.
Yeah.
And like, you know, to respect his conversation of what he said, to reply and rebuttal, I would say you are right. When you look at that, it looks crazy. Respectfully, off of the look, it looks crazy. But when you hear other NBA athletes and players speak about Bam, they all say Bam could probably damn near do whatever he wants to do. Excuse my language, but Bam just chooses not to. So there is that side of the coin to where those athletes say that. But I do 100% agree with you. When you look at it, it looks crazy. And we can also say that with the NFL, with a lot of, you know, records that may be held by maybe just one guy that's like, why is that name even there? But the name's there though. And then my rebuttal would be, is one of the best, if not the best scorer of all time, is still in the NBA. If it's that easy, I feel like respectfully KD could do it too.
Sure.
So I feel like there has to be some credit that goes to that 83, even though it looked, you know, free at the back end.
Bro, just to add to that, bro, if KD just said to his coach, listen, I got like 40 points this second half, I need y'all to just keep feeding me the ball, and all y'all miss your free throws, get me the rebound, get it back to me. He's dropping 80 plus. Trust me, KD will do it. So,
but there's order to the game. That's not supposed to happen. I'm gonna take you out if we're up. You know, we got to spread the ball around. There's order in this game, and the Miami Heat broke that order. And you know, it was against the shittiest team in the league. You know, and you know that's just it. You know,
which is why the point that everyone has, bro, score your 83, but like you just said, Jay, do it in the order it's supposed to be done. Nobody get your 83 in that order, and you'll be good. So,
it's an unwritten rule that I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna bench my starters if we're up by too much and the game's over. It's an unwritten rule. You don't have to, but it's like a sign of respect, and it's a sign of like the game. Like, yo, we're done with you. We're gonna rest for the night. We got another game tomorrow, and keep playing this game.
Juice TV, man, pleasure having you on the Jay and Immi Show. Pleasure. Man, keep, you know, we'll be on Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. We're gonna put on our IG and more stuff on when we're gonna be on. We're gonna have guests next week. Obviously, we take callers all the time. Love hearing your opinions and stuff, talking about the sports, man. That's what this show is all about, where you guys can be in, we debate, have a good time. So that's what it's about. Spread the word, let everybody know. Pleasure having you, Juice.
Yes, sir. Jay, I appreciate you. Immi, I appreciate you. Chat, I appreciate you. I'm Juice, part of the Juice and Pop show with my dad. Thank you, fellas, for having me on, and good conversation. Thank you.
All right, man. Take care,
Have
Juice.
a good night, brother.
Good night.
Take care, bro.
Yeah, we got to check out the Juice and Pop show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Check that out. Definitely gonna check that out and report back.
Oh yeah, man. Look, that's what it's about, man. You guys come on, promote your stuff, promote us, and let's do this together as a community, man. So that's what the show is all about.
Immi, man, I got some quick hits for you, man.
Yeah, let's make it quick.
That's what they are, baby. They some quick hits, baby. So quick hits.
Quick hits.
Let's go. A lot has been happening in the NFL. Trades, and signings galore. Is there one that has stuck out to you out of all of these?
Geno Smith is back on the Jets.
Geno Smith. Full circle. Oh my God.
Geno Smith. For all y'all who
man.
don't know, the Jets drafted Geno Smith. He was on the Jets 12 years ago. It was not a good, I guess you could say, relationship. And a year or two later, he was out of the Jets. I think he went to the Giants. And then he's just been hopping on from team to team. Most recently with the Seahawks, he did pretty good.
Solid.
He was doing pretty solid. I was actually happy for him, to be honest. But the fact that the New York Jets, which by the way, and you guys know, as we talk about the Knicks, are also a suffering franchise with fans who are suffering. And the fact that they haven't won since 1969, this suffering organization keeps doing stuff to constantly ridicule and insult the New York Jet fan base intelligence. The fact that the answer to the New York Jets now is the quarterback they had 12 years ago is mind-boggling. And not only that, but it just once again shows you guys that the Jets do not give a rat's ass about you guys. Okay, they're doing whatever it is for whatever reason, but this is not it. Some people are like, well, let's see what happens in the draft and this and that. Yeah, let's see what happens. But Geno Smith coming back to the Jets, I don't know what that's going to do. I guarantee you it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not. But I'm over the Jets. They could kiss my ass at this point, bro.
Yeah.
They've angered me for the last time. All right. Moving on. Let's talk about the baseball classic.
The World Baseball Classic. Now, yeah, see the World Baseball Classic. It's actually pretty good this year. And I think, you can't, at the end of the day, there are a lot of good teams and they're doing their thing, but the most, the best team that sticks out the most is the Dominican Republic team. I mean, you can't go wrong with DR, obviously. Those kids are learning baseball literally at the age of like 4. They say in DR, if you have a son, they're giving him a bottle in one hand and a bat in the other. So that's true. So those you're not gonna beat the Dominican Republic, man. Shout out to all those who are from DR. Now let's see how it plays out. You still never know, but so far they've been doing well. I think they played Korea today. They won. They demolished them today. So it's always interesting to see what goes on with that. And the biggest thing I brought this up last time is that as long as it can be a fun league, as long as nobody really gets crazily hurt for the season, because as you guys know, baseball season's right around the corner. So as long as that doesn't happen, we should. It's a fun league, and let's see what happens. But I'm putting all my money on DR to win this.
Okay. Yeah, man, I hear you, man. I hear you. Gotta love DR. So we're gonna move on to our real world moment today.
Real world moment.
There's a moment
you guys just to remember.
We do where
let's get away from basketball for a second. Sports. Let's talk about the real world that we live in and how the Jay and Immi Show can make the world a better place. What do you got today, Jay, for the real world segment?
I got some kid getting jacked up, bro.
What?
It's kind of crazy. Just watch the video. So this mom puts a kid there so the fan could jump over it, and he just falls on top of her.
Man.
And it's like it was bad. It was rough, man.
Bro.
It was rough. He fell right on top of her.
I did not even expect it. I thought he was gonna
like if you've been in New York, if you've been in Times Square, they have these street performers all the time, and they're constantly doing that stuff.
Can you run that back again? Can you run that back again?
They're constantly doing that stuff, but this one didn't go too well, and it wasn't pretty for the kid. Hopefully the kid is okay. Jesus Christ, kid maybe might be like 4 or 5 years old. I don't know. But my question to you is, who is at fault here? Is anybody at fault? Was it just an accident, or what do you say to this whole situation?
So so first it's saying that the guy got arrested. That's crazy.
Did he?
Yeah, it says on the post.
Oh yeah, well
it says dancer got arrested for where the hell he was doing jump or whatever. He got arrested for that. So now that kind of opens up a whole different thing. I mean, if a parent, dude, like I'm not putting my kids at risk. I don't know who you are. I'm not gonna just be like, I'm gonna jump over your kid. It'll be fun or whatever the hell, whatever the agreement or whatever.
Too young.
Too young, and it's risky. Why would you risk it, dude? Do you risk your own life? Why would you risk your kid's life? Like, dude,
Yeah.
like, would you put yourself in that position? Like, so I'm big on that. Like, bro, don't put your kids in things that you yourself wouldn't do. You put yourself in those positions yourself. Like, come on, bro. Like, think about it. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened there, and it didn't look good. So God forbid, like something crazy happened. But who's at fault? The parents. And that guy's not at fault. He's like Bam Adebayo. Like, he's gonna do whatever you tell him to. He's gonna take it.
He was just doing his job and he slipped. The floor might have been
Right.
wet. I don't know what happened exactly. Clearly, he didn't do it on purpose. You clearly saw him put his head down. He felt like pure shit. And again, like if your kid was maybe like 14 years old, you can throw him in there, whatever, have fun. But a kid this young, nah, man, that's not it, man. That is not
NY street performer arrested after backflip stunt goes wrong in Times Square. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, I can't see.
And I'm actually reading on it. They said he was bleeding from his nose, and they took him to the emergency room right away.
No, he should be. Hopefully, he'll be okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. But
Shout out to that kid.
For sure. Yeah, but for sure the parents are at fault here. So real world moment here, where you got to just realize. It's funny because the last segment we had was also about parenting. It's just, dude. You don't trust people out there. You don't know what's going to go wrong. You just can't put yourself in that position, especially like you just said, Jay, like very young too. Like, right. I don't even know if that kid could talk, let alone even protect himself or say something or whatever. So, right. Yeah, no, that's just a dumbass move from the parents. And it's funny because they got him arrested, but dude, parents, you're at fault. Right. Yeah. You should have been arrested for that stupid ass decision. So, yeah, no, I'm not feeling that. But.
All right. Well, it was a good show today. I mean,
it's always a good show.
Always.
Especially when we have the Jay and Immi community always coming on the phone, always coming online and talking to us. Knicks win.
Shout out to Jay Boyks. Shout out to TJ. Shout out to Juice. Everybody who came on today and spoke their word and spoke their mind. We really appreciate you guys, and we got a lot more coming.
A lot more coming, guys. It's just starting up, man. We just launched. That's the thing. And Jay's background, obviously in LA, being around producers all day, and in my background and in the real estate and sports where I coached collegiate level as well. So we are putting on a crazy show for you guys. You guys have no idea the amount of the guests that are going to be on the show, plus the entertainment, plus the fun that we're about to have. We're going to have challenges. We're going to be doing games as well. We have giveaways coming up. We had $100 giveaway we did last week. We're going to have a $500 giveaway coming up. We're going to be giving away PS5s coming up for the spring. And so we got a lot going on. So what we need you guys to do is just let people know what the vibes are. Obviously, those who are earlier with us, man, you guys are going to definitely, enjoy it. And you guys are going to definitely benefit the most from it. So, but yeah, man, I'd say it was a good show for all you guys. We're gonna sign off right now. We'll see you guys Sunday. We'll put on the Instagram what time and everything, but we'll be live on Sunday again with the guest, former Nets trainer Jamar Weiss. So
yes, it's gonna be a good show too.
For Immi, Jay, take care. You guys have a splendid Friday night.
Peace.